doesn't make sense. The house of
Well, it was Beth Hebrew,
Beth Hebrew.
which would be House of Study. And most people didn't know what Hebrew was, so they made it Hebrew? I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
And wait, it gets worse. The corner is On Yaakov, and no one ever called it On Yaakov.
On Yaakov? No, I never heard it, and I was here.
This is Jessica. I'm Jessica. I'm a reporter with the Arizona Republic.
Hi, Jessica. This is Allison.
Hi, Allison.
She listens to my bullshit all the time. My wife, Terry, she don't want to deal with me, so she sends her.
Good job.
Awesome.
It almost looks the same.
What's different?
The overhang. Yep. Yeah, you can't see the Star of David. You were able to see
That was always like that.
Always?
Yeah. Maybe if you step back a little, you can see it. It's like
Let me
hidden.
go look inside. I was more familiar with the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll find Ann Kimmel's office. You know, if I would have known, I gotta pick up my pants. Run. If I would have known that he would have become that famous, we would have saved that picture. Huh?
There was a picture?
Yeah. Well, when he was getting bar mitzvah. Do it. So long ago, my God. How many years ago was that?
1960. January 1960. Are you counting on your fingers?
Almost 60 years ago.
Ouch.
58 years ago, my fingers say.
Ouch. Ian Yaakov, 1955.
According to Fred, there's a time capsule in there.
There is?
Yeah. So
Let's break it open.
well, when we do a grand opening, we'll open it up from the backside.
What are you going to make it? What is it going to be?
Oh, that's a $64,000 question. It's it's just going to be a space that people could do events and hopefully it'll be the Holocaust Center for the city of Phoenix. You winced.
I don't like that word.
It'll be a place where a bunch of people can come and hear about what Elias and Fred did to save other Jews. How's that?
Let's see, the beamer was there. There had to be an office to the right of the beamer and one to the left.
Yep.
That's where on the high holidays, the young kid rabbi used to go in there to smoke. Son of a bitch. They didn't have the stage.
There was a curved stage in front.
Right.
That was there, and then two sets of stairs on either side.
Right. Ann Kimmel's office was there.
And Harv Kimmel told me, text about that.
That's where we had our mitzvah lessons in there.
Oh, so interesting. So it must have changed. Well, what years were you here?
Oh, God, I don't remember. It's been so long. Yeah, it was over 60 years ago. Are these supports new?
No.
God, how quickly you forget.
There was ceiling tiles, sound,
That's...
and there were some light fixtures. We've
Yeah.
seen a couple photos.
I used to sit in the first row with my grandfather.
Really?
Yeah, my mother didn't come. Yeah, my mother came here once in a while. But then the kids went to Bethel on 3rd and McDowell.
Where was your grandfather from?
Russia. Russia. I said, Papa, teach me to speak Russian. If I wanted to speak Russian, I would have stayed in Russia. Would never teach me a word, not a word. Well, he taught me one word, Yapfagamat, but I don't say that. That's not a good, you know that word? That's not a good word. No, that's not a good word.
Useful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The beam is the same. You didn't do much to that.
We were lucky. There was about 10 coats of paint on it, and we were able to strip it. Luckily, there was very few staples and things nailed into it. The only part that's changed is that band across the front. But the lights over the arc, we were able to strip the paint off of.
The Art and Kodesh is there.
Yeah, and so all the light fixtures are exactly where they were, and we were able to run wire through them. We put a sprinkler system in.
Did you have to? Yeah.
You didn't have to,
No.
but it's having a sprinkler system in a synagogue is
What
always
I
a
like-
good idea.
I was young, but all of the old timers came here. Lowy, Mogul, my grandfather, Kalish. I said, what the hell am I doing here? Well, when I had kids, they went to Bethel. And I used to come here and I said, I can't keep this up. I can't keep this up. I gotta go to Bethel. And I went, but I come here for the high holidays with my grandpa.
So is that why you came here? Because your grandpa was here, really?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have come here on my own.
Yeah.
Who wants to go to Arizona on his own back then, you know?
But to this synagogue, too. Instead of with the younger people. You came here because you're...
We didn't think about younger people then. My grandfather was here, I was here.
Yeah.
My wife was here, and then when my kids became close to bar mitzvah, no, even before that, they said, Papa, let's go to Bethel. They got that Rabbi Tutnauer, he's wonderful. I went to hear him. He was a great man. What a speaker. So I said, Papa, I'll come visit you on the high holidays, but I'm going to go to Bethel.
Yeah.
Gay Gesundheit. He didn't care. He says, ich gehe nicht. So all he spoke was Yiddish. Or cursed. Wow. Let's go see Ann Kimball's office. This is where we learned about mitzvah. That's where I taught him.
See, it's the opposite of what Richard said yesterday. When it was conservative, by the 70s, that was the rabbi, they flipped it. But the original was Kimmel's
here,
office, right?
Kimmel, yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah. An old man mogul. He used to go to the bank, oh God, and take paper clips and bring them here, and take rubber bands and bring them here. He never spent a penny. Oh, you can go on a beamer from here. That duck wasn't here.
No, we have air conditioning now.
Oh. Sprinkler.
We put an air conditioning system underneath the bima so you could cool the congregation from...
Ann Kimmel's desk was here. She was a good lady. She took all the paper clips that he would give her. That's like the story of the paper clips, you know, 1,000 paper clips or 1,000,000. God, it brings back memories. And this is where I taught the little shit. In here. God, I wish I knew he was going to be famous. I would have kept that one picture. You never saw it, did you? Well, you'll never get a chance. It's gone. Who the hell is he? I said.
Well, maybe this is negative. No?
No.
No negative.
And you know, his parents were Orthodox. They were Orthodox Jews. Nice. He was a pretty nice guy, kid. But who liked kids back in those days? Whoa. That has seen its...
Yeah.
Did they have pews or individual seats? I don't remember.
From everything I can tell, individual seats have
Individual
folded.
seats, yeah.
I've seen some photos.
Yeah.
And then they had the event also.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the colors?
Yeah, but I can't get them into my mind.
Okay, well, this is one of my favorite parts. The ghost, the painted over mezuzah.
Still there. Yeah, in those days we had a mezuzah by every door. God, it brings back memories. Yeah, the seats were there. Me and Papa sat in the first or the second rows. And I was lucky enough every holiday to get to do Mafta Yoina and stand on my feet for like 5 hours. The older men, they got to do the short mafta. I got the big one because they would make me give the most money because I was still working at those days. Oh, you had to pay for it. You wanted an aliyah, you wanted an honor, you paid for it.
Wow.
Otherwise, you didn't get it. Well, yeah, you could have gotten it. Mogul would come around yelling, screaming. Louie. Freddie belonged here, too.
So wait, so you knew Elias also?
Just barely. He was an old man then. I was a youngster.
Well, I mean, he died before this building was built. So he
Yeah.
was in. So you were at the synagogue before the synagogue.
this.
You were in the synagogue when it was a house.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow! You're the first one I've met who has that honor.
But the son was okay. He was here. Ed.
Yeah.
The Frenchman.
That's what he was known as.
Yeah, I called him the Frenchman. He married Marilyn Finkelstein.
Right.
Yeah.
I still get a call from Teddy, but I didn't call him back.
Oh yeah, Richard asked me. Richard wants to know because Teddy's is.
Oh, is that where we got my number and my name?
No, I got your name through Elias search. I found your name and I couldn't find you, and then I just
Oh, my
found
gosh.
Yeah.
But I never called Teddy back. He's a little meshuggah, you know. He was. He was. He tried to kill himself once, too. And he was big time. What was back there?
So, according to Mr. Cooper, that was the shul that they had minions at twice a day,
Twice a day.
and that accordion door that would close that off.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then all those windows, that's the one surviving, well, there's actually two surviving, one of them is getting reproduced, the orange stained glass. Yeah, there's actually two surviving ones. One of them is being copied.
3 back surgeries and a neck surgery.
Oh, goodness.
Have a good day, the doctor said. I'm trying to think. They never opened that place except for Morning Minion. What was there?
That was,
Ah, the kitchen. Oh, the old ladies used to cook. That's right. And what was behind that?
well, let's see, I can't, no one has been able to verify it. There's 2 openings, and I'm assuming one of them was for where the chairs were folded up, and the other one might have been like a tallis closet or a sitter for books, because there's 2 of them on either side. But
I don't know. I think the Taliesim was out there
It was? Okay.
on a rack.
Maybe it was just where the chairs went. Because I've seen racks that have, like those old-fashioned steel racks where the chairs stack up and you roll them out. So I've seen some, but I don't have any direct photos of it.
Who sandblasted the bims?
So we chemically strip everything. These are wood clad. When you, in a little while, I'll take you up on the bima. It turns out that there's 18-inch I-beams inside these wood beams, and I call them chai beams.
Inside the beams?
Yeah, they're steel 18-inch I-beams. So the whole building is coated in 18s. I remember talking to you on the phone about it. See, there's 6 bays with 3 windows. There's 18 windows, and the columns outside are 18 inches. So
What about termites?
termites, we did pretty well with termites. Like,
Really?
Most of the termite damage came from, these were evaporative cooler. That's the original evaporative cooler, and then the moisture and the condensation would run down the wall. So we took out the old plaster and all the wire. But it's a concrete and brick building. There's not a lot of wood. And even if the termites got to the plywood that was there, it wouldn't have affected the steel. Were you a builder?